Hello, good morning, and bonjour, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Tina Roth-Eisenberg. I am the founder of Creative Mornings and your New York City chapter host. And I am so happy to welcome you to the Worldwide Wonder. This is installment 10 out of 16, a 24-hour bonanza around the world where we're celebrating mornings around the world. I want to welcome those of you that are tuning in on YouTube. Even if you're not in our main room at Zoom, that's totally cool. You can follow along. And if you put something in the chat, my team is going to bubble it up to us, and we'll make sure that we hear you and see you. So I am calling in from Brooklyn. It is dark here now. It is 10 o'clock at night. I'm calling in from the ancestral land of the Lenape people. And I'm just really, really happy that you made time to be here for today's experience. For a little bit of context, I started Creative Mornings 14 years ago here in New York City because I wanted to find my people. I moved here from Switzerland. I didn't know anyone. And I was like, there must be lots of creative, kind, generous humans in the city who want to live a creative, courageous life. And so I started Creative Mornings, and I found them all. And we found them not just in Brooklyn, New York, we found them all over the world, because today Creative Mornings is a heart-forward community that spans the globe. We're gathering every month in 224 cities and 67 countries. And the beauty is that we've gotten so big that wonderful people like David Pearl from Street Wisdom comes to us and asks us if we want to collaborate. That is so cool, because who would say no to something like this, like the Worldwide Wonder? So I have hosted what is now 5 events since this morning. And the first 4 I co-hosted with David, who's the founder of Street Wisdom, who is just a delightful human, and I cannot wait to finally meet IRL. And so at the heart of today's experience is a workshop, which is an invention by David. So, and as the word workshop indicates, we encourage you to go outside. So that, of course, if you want and if you can, and if you want, you can also stay home and experience it within your apartment. I've done this so many times today. I'm like even stumbling over my words. This is adorable. If you do go outside, we encourage you to be on your phone. It's not easy to walk around with a laptop, but be on your phone and turn the camera outside so we can see and follow along where you're walking. The previous session was just really lovely. We were at the Pacific Ocean on the beach. We were in Singapore in some architectural area, like with big buildings. We were also in a really green area. It's just so much fun to follow along for those who stay home. And just a heads up, we are actually recording this session for as a beautiful document for the history and for the future. And in case you just joined, you came on a little late, you are at the Worldwide Wonder. Is led a 24-hour event led by Creative Mornings and Street Wisdom. We have another 12 hours approximately where we're traveling westward around the globe. So we're going to be back here in New York at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And before we start our workshop, we have a message from a special guest. We're very excited to welcome a video message from Emmy Salonen. Emmy set up Studio Emmy in 2005 to partner with clients and creatives who want to make a positive contribution to society and the planet. We love that. So whether it's engaging audiences through purpose-led brand identities, mentorship for creative well-being, or making engaging spaces, Emmy works with people to find solutions through design. So I'm a former designer. I love that. So her output is uplifting and grounded in empathy, and she created a creative ecosystem to help designers and creatives to focus on their well-being during stressful times. Here is Emmy's message for us.
Hello everyone, I'm really happy to join you on the Worldwide Wonder. I set up my design practice, Studio Emmy, in 2005. And I'm really passionate about supporting my fellow creative thinkers with creative ecosystem. a model I've created to sustain and nurture your creative well-being. Like many, I used to think it's only hard work that creates good creative output. And despite the increasing awareness around mental health and burnout, creative industries continue to be 3 times more affected by it than the general population. And a few years ago, I experienced it firsthand. During my sabbatical, I was really inspired by the ecosystems in the Finnish archipelago where I grew up in. Ecosystems are all interconnected and interdependent, seamlessly flowing into one another. And similarly, creativity cannot exist in isolation. I saw an opportunity to help others reconnect to their creativity, purpose, and excitement for work. Creative ecosystem can get you back into your flow and uncover those practices and rituals that will fuel your creative energy across all areas of life. Creative ecosystem features 5 core input areas. I'll go through them briefly, and I'll also give you some prompts just to get you thinking about your own personal creative ecosystems. Connection. Connecting who you are with what you do to nourish your purpose. Focusing on what really matters to you and being guided by your values. Wonder. Exploring the ordinary with curiosity to nourish your inspiration. Finding the unusual in the usual and doing things that are unfamiliar. Pause, and this is really important. Booking time in solitude and reflection to nourish your intuition. Listen to yourself. Your true creative spirit is within you. Movement. Stay fluid and evolve with the process to nurture your resilience. Get back to being physical and move your mood. And finally, joy. Enjoy immersing yourself fully in an activity to nurture your vitality. Find those moments when you lose track of time, when you are carefree and enjoying what you're doing, full-heartedly. These areas can help you uncover your unique creative ecosystems and help you build practices to prevent burnout, enhance creativity, and feel fulfilled. Thank you so much for listening and joining me this morning. You can find out more by following me on Instagram at Studio Emmy or visiting my website, emmy.co.uk. Thank you.
Well, that was lovely. Also, can we talk about Emmy's strong plant game if this was her studio or home? Like, as a plant obsessed person, I couldn't even listen to her for the first minute because I'm like, damn, those plants. Anyway, so, okay. So I'm handing over the mic now to my Creative Mornings HQ team member, Angelica. Angelica, over to you.
Thank you, Tina. Like you, yeah, I was also distracted by her high plant game, and it's perfect because she's talking about ecosystems and how it's all interconnected. So very fitting. So thank you, Emmy, for also adding that detail. As Tina said, my name is Angelica Anatol. I'm the support coordinator at Creative Mornings HQ, and I'm so happy to see so many of you here this morning. I love to send out a big hug and joy out to our volunteers, volunteer organizers. I see so many of you out there. I'm personally based in Santa Barbara, California, and that is where I am zooming in from this evening. The sun has just set here, so unfortunately I may not take you out to the beach since it may be a little too dark, but it was beautiful with its golden light and its pinks and oranges. Right. I have the honor of welcoming and representing our communities that are waking up this hour. I would love to say a good morning to our 7 Creative Morning cities with us, including Bengaluru, Chennai, and Islamabad. Thank you for waking up with us. You can see the full list of cities who joined us today and who will still join us at the site theworldwidewander.com. And if you haven't already, please take some time to rename yourself with your current city, or let us know what your city you're joining in from in the chat. Next, I would love to share with you about how Creative Morning events work. First, every single month, usually on the last Friday, a crew of hundreds of volunteers wake up early, and they're not all morning people, and they still show up, head to a venue, and start setting up chairs for a free monthly creative talk. Here we have spotlighted the beautiful smiling faces in Bangalore. Teams of volunteers in each city work tirelessly to organize the speakers, volunteers, coffee, breakfast, AV, venues, partners, the list goes on, and other aspects of a great community event. Here we're taking a peek into an event held in Mumbai, and where we can see that some of the audience members are almost sitting on the edge of their seats. They're so engaged by what the speaker is sharing with them. Most importantly, these events, much like the event today, are always free. There's no catch, they're always free. Here we see an event in Gongaru, where they look like they've enjoyed their wonderful event that morning. In some cities, you'll have an opportunity to pitch the entire room an idea, hear a musician, or find fellow collaborators. Here we're enjoying a performance here in Islamabad. The most important thing is that you'll be among a diverse group of creative talent from your own community. And here we have Chennai chapter. And as a preview, we're lucky to have Arun speak to us from Chennai in a few minutes. And if you like to travel, you can make Creative Mornings part of your itinerary. Find a Creative Mornings event in over 200 cities in nearly 70 countries. It's hard to resist having friends all over the world. You can count on meeting someone new, possibly a new collaborator, colleague, or friend. For example, if you happen to be in Honolulu, you could perchance make a fun photo with a fun photo booth and great props. You can listen to amazing live music in Austin. You can engage in an interesting discussion in Kuala Lumpur. And of course, you could always expect great coffee and breakfast at Creative Mornings events, like here is featured in Colombia. So that's a bit of what you can expect at the next Creative Mornings event in your city. And if you don't have a local chapter, we strongly encourage you to start one. In fact, we welcome it and we'll be very excited to receive your application. You could read more on our website at creativemornings.com. Just scroll all the way to the very bottom at the footer and click Start a Chapter link. Now that you've been introduced or reintroduced to Creative Mornings, it's time to check in with the local chapter. And as I previewed earlier, we have someone in from Chennai. We have Arun, and I'm very excited to introduce you to him. Arun, are you there?
Hi, Angelica. Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Super happy and grateful to be part of this cohort. I will love walking, and it's very interesting to be here.
Oh, well, we feel grateful that you're here to join us. Well, to get started, how did you get involved in Creative Mornings?
So I think it was very early in the process where we were applying for a chapter license. I was helping them design, shoot the video, brainstorm with what can go into the video as such. And that's when I got interested. I was already looking out for spaces and creative events in the city. And this came out as an opportunity and I jumped right in.
Oh, I love that. You found where your skill was already needed in video, but then you found an opportunity to give more and expand. And it sounds like the team welcomed you in that role.
Yes, definitely.
Of all the events that you've attended, was there a specific speaker that really stood out for you that you remember?
I think after the COVID kind of mellowed down, we started doing virtual events, and though all of our speakers equally contributed to all the themes that we arranged for, the one that stood out was one of our Indian administrative officers. She was the first Indian administrative officer out here in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. And her speech on matriarchy stood out very well to me. She spoke a lot from her experience in her administrative service for the government of India. So that stood out very much.
Yeah, that sounds like a great opportunity to listen to lessons learned from someone who is a leader and one of the first in that field. Yeah, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
From attending other events, was there something that maybe attendee shared with you that also really stuck with you?
We were fortunate enough to host an event completely in the dark. So it was a themed restaurant where you are guided in by visually challenged people, and you're made to sit in tables and you listen to the talk completely in darkness. So they loved that experience very much, and they are looking forward to having new experience as such with Creative Mornings Chennai.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to introduce participants to using their senses in a new way, which is great.
Yes.
A great segue into what we'll be doing here this evening. Well, thank you for chatting with us. And with that note, that's all for me and a quick overview of Creative Mornings. And I'm just going to pass it back to Tina.
Thank you, Angelica. You're such a good facilitator. This comes so natural to you.
No,
And
not at all.
Oh, it does. Aaron, it's so nice to meet you. I cannot wait to eventually sort of semi-retire and travel the world and visit all the chapters, and can't wait to meet you in Chennai and give you a hug. Thank you so much for everything you do for the chapter.
Thank you so much, Tina. It's an
I
honor
hope-
doing this.
I hope you're going to stay with us and walk with us. So for those of you that just came in, you're at the Worldwide Wander, in case you're not sure. For those of you that came in and didn't turn your cameras on, if you feel comfortable to do it, turn them on. We're a safe space here. We would love to see your lovely faces. And we're now at the, hi, Azim. Thank you for turning your camera on. We are now at the portion of the event that you have all been waiting for. Not only did Vasim turn the camera on, he turned it outward. He is modeling what we're doing because we're getting ready for a workshop. Yes. So if you follow Vasim's lead, if you're gonna join us in walking, make sure you're on your phone, turn the camera outward, like Arun as well. And we're gonna, those of us gonna stay at home, we're gonna follow along. Anne is gonna spotlight you and find synchronicities and what people that are walking are gonna be sharing. It's just really, really wonderful. So you're in for a big treat. I'll never forget the first time I joined the Street Wisdom experience. It has really, really changed how I perceive my surroundings when I walk and wander wherever it is. And it's such a pleasure to introduce Sriram. Sriram, I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. Sriram, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. You can correct me. But it's so nice to meet you. I heard so many good things about you, and you are going to be leading our workshop. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Tina. And hello to everyone. Good morning from Bangalore in India. I'm so happy to be here. I feel like, first of all, I feel so grateful and overwhelmed at my discovery of Creative Mornings. It feels like I've struck I've landed a gold mine. I had no idea there was this community around the world that's helping people wake up to a beautiful morning. So lovely what you do. And thank you for having me here.
All right, and we're all yours now. You can take us along.
Okay.
And I would say those that are not walking, turn your cameras off, or maybe you can prompt us to do it when you're ready. But we want to make sure we're gonna focus on the ones walking eventually. And I'm gonna shut up now. It's all yours. Woohoo!
Thank you, and welcome everyone to a Street Wisdom walk this morning. We have people from several cities. I see Wasim walking a street that looks very familiar to the first time I walked the Street Wisdom. I did the Street Wisdom, and delighted for us to start. So first of all, what is Street Wisdom? To me, it's a way of experiencing the world around us with our whole body and all of our senses, beyond where we usually reside, which is here. And it's a way of interacting and playing with the universe around us, being curious, all of which we are going to do today. So that's to me what Street Wisdom is. And the first time that I did it, I was a recovering consultant. I worked in a management consulting firm, and the first time I did it, I discovered for myself what I wanted to do in my life after consulting. And I have a picture here of the first time that I did a morning walk with Street Wisdom, where I found this snapshot of a school Creative Minds Public School, and it spoke to me so much. It's the one thing that I brought back with me after the walk. It spoke to me so much because it showed me what I wanted to do later on in life. So let's get going. Why are we walking the streets? So streets have so much information. There's so much going on in terms of color, texture, sound, light, people, signs all around us. It's like, as David calls it, logging into the universe. It's a great way to step out onto the street, and like many of you are doing right now, and throw our challenges, our problems, our questions out into the universe, and wait to receive answers. It's also an embodied practice. So much of the time we live up here, and street wisdom, the walk that we are about to do, the wander that we are about to get into, is a lot about moving further down, experiencing the sensations of our feet that bring us to wherever we need to be, and experiencing the sounds through our ears, the smells through our nose, and several other senses that we don't even know yet that we have. So our intention today is to leave you with a practice that is yours at the end of this session. It's for you to carry on with for the rest of your life. After today, you can do this by yourself, anytime, anywhere, in any way you want. That's also what I love about the street wisdom practice. It's so customizable. It's not just one way of doing something. You can go out and tweak your practice to suit what you like the most. So 3 paths to a street wisdom walk. Very simple, 3 steps, 3 parts. Part 1, we are tuning up. The tune up is simply our way of shifting the way we receive information, shifting what we are paying attention to. We are giving attention to different parts of the world around us, and we'll walk you through it. It's a very simple process. We'll do that for about 15 minutes. Part 2 is the quest, where we actually hold a question, if we do have a question, some of us, that we are seeking a fresh answer to. And we are curious for about 15-20 minutes, simply walking around with the question in our heart, looking for answers. And finally, part 3 is the sharing, coming back into the group, finishing our walks, coming back and discovering, sharing the one thing that each of us brought back from our walk. It's a bit of a treasure hunt in the universe that we are about to begin. So this can be done outdoors, like I see Angelica, Nikki, Wasim, Arun have already started doing. This can be done indoors. I did my street wisdom walk with David in session 2 last night, indoors at home. And I had a fantastic experience. So you can also do it indoors. If you're doing it outdoors, we do request that you switch on your cameras, and like so many of us are doing, turn your camera around so that we can join the streets with you. And if you're doing it indoors, you may keep your camera off so that you have only my voice guiding you through the walk. So with no further ado, let's start. Let's begin. Let's begin this wander into the universe, whichever part of the world you are logging in from. So welcome, Lee, I see from Toronto. So let's start with bringing our attention to our feet. This part of the body, you can even wiggle your toes just to say hi to the feet. Hello down there, and the feet saying back to you, hello up there. Just shifting control, shifting attention down to the feet. Imagine having, imagine the human feet that you have. You could have had any kind of feet, by the way. You could have had webbed feet like ducks. You could have had pawed feet like tigers. You could have had flat feet like an elephant, but you have a human foot. You have two beautiful human feet, both of which are not even exactly alike. They have totally different personalities. My left foot can't dance, and my right foot believes both feet can dance. So we're saying hi to our feet for a moment. Experience the sensations, the pressure as you walk, as you stand, as you sit. And then just saying hello to the rest of the body from the inside out, the legs, the thighs, the core. You may even, if you want, with your hands, tap your core around, say hello again, and then your chest, the shoulders, the neck, and then this little guy, the head, and your face. Good. Now that we've woken up the body as well to a creative morning, let's begin. We're going to start with the first part, which is the tune-up. I'm going to give you a few instructions each time around in 3 rounds. And each time I'm going to give you a prompt for you to go about paying attention to. I may say something like, look for even numbers or look for the color red as you're walking around. It's not that I'm going to share with you. And then I'm going to give you a few minutes to be with that prompt and walk around and discover the world around you through the lens of that instruction. Very simple. And I'll stay silent after I give you the instruction so that you can be all by yourself. Make sure to be safe. Our excitement can carry us off sometimes, especially when we are walking the streets. Please make sure your excitement looks left and right before you cross the road if you are crossing. I would have said left or right, but most of us are logging in from Asia this morning. Here, no matter which side of the lane you're on, it's good to look both sides. So do be safe. So first, come into your center as we begin the tune-up, whatever your center is. Just settling in with the silence within you. Lovely, lovely. I can already sense it as we settle in. And let's go with the first tune-up. Your first instruction is be drawn to what attracts you. Be drawn to whatever attracts you. And notice what doesn't attract you. So wander off, be like a child. Move, let your body move towards whatever attracts you. It could be a tree, a nook, a pebble, a color, the sun, the sky, anything. Let your body be your compass. Be drawn to whatever attracts you and notice what doesn't. Go ahead for a few minutes. This is beautiful. I can see people being drawn to different objects, zooming in. Go on for a minute longer, being drawn to whatever attracts you. All right. Are we ready for the second tune-up? Bringing the energy of the first right into the next instruction. So for our next tune-up, here's the instruction. It's very simple. Slow right down. Slow right down. Slow down everything in you and about you. Slow down the breath. Even a slower way of turning the head or blinking the eye like a sloth bear. Slow down your pace, the way you walk, the speed at which you think. And when you've slowed down, slow down even further. Slow right down. You guys are doing great. This is amazing. Continue staying slow. Notice how it feels to slow down. The universe just loves you right now for slowing down, paying such careful attention to it in your own way. All right. Are we ready for the third and final tune up? For this time, we're asking you to see the beauty in everything around you. In fact, go beyond seeing, sense the beauty in everything. Sense it through your sight, through your ears, through the smells. Sense the beauty in everything around you. Could be a pebble, could be a crooked piece of metal, could be a piece of gum, could be a wrapper, could be the way a building is designed. Sense the beauty in everything, and even in the things that don't immediately appear beautiful. See if you can sense the beauty in everything around you at this moment. And if it helps, imagine you're in a bubble of gratitude right now, that there's a huge sphere of being thankful, being grateful all around you. And as you walk, it encompasses everything around you. Being grateful and sensing the beauty in everything. You're doing great. This is just so beautiful. Wherever each of you are walking, and thank you for showing us the beauty around you as well. So let's take a moment to pause now as we move in from the tune up into the second part, which is the quest. Find a stillness within you and notice what it feels like at this moment. We are opening up our bodies, our minds from the inside out, learning to move towards whatever attracts us, to slow down when we need to sense the beauty in everything. You're receiving so much from the world around you, and you're giving so much more. So we're now in the second part. And like I said, we'd like you to think of a question that you're seeking a fresh, new perspective, a new answer to. A question that's been on your mind probably for a while. And today you're handing that question over to the body and out into the world. So the question could be anything. It could be, make sure it's specific to you. Make sure it's not a big question like, why does the universe exist? Or not a very small question like, what must I eat for dinner tonight? It's something in between, something that's very meaningful to you, wherever you are in life right now. And if you don't have a question, that's okay. You may then choose to ask the universe to show you something that you don't know. Maybe your question is, what do I not know? What do I need to discover? And for any recovering problem solvers and perfectionists in the room, don't go looking for a particular answer. This time, just surrender control. Let the body and the universe be in the driver's seat. You take a back seat and just let the work happen. Let your feet guide you. Let your feet take you towards anything that, even if you don't understand why this may be an answer, just let the body move and lead you through the quest. And keep holding the question back in your attention. Keep asking the question and staying just with the question as you walk out. Off we go into your quest now. You'll hear my voice again after about 10 or 12 minutes, which will be just after half the time. And otherwise, it's just you and the world around you now.
dos, probando, probando.
Doing great. Just about halfway into your quest. Lots of time. See what you would like to bring back. If there was one thing, a memory or a photograph or an object from your walk, from your quest. Something that seems meaningful to your question. Continue slowing down and holding your question in your heart. All right, you've got a few more minutes to stay on your quest. Keep asking your question, keep wondering. Sometimes the best signs come in the last few moments of your quest. So, couple more minutes, keep going. All right, let's bring our quest to a pause. And it's a pause because this can continue on as long as we want. Now that we have the practice, we have the ability to tune up and go out on a quest and come back. This is a practice you now have for life. And so I say pause. And if we can all gather back like little treasure hunters, people who've been on a treasure quest, to come back and share what we've discovered. Some of us have walked on our own and some of us have walked along with others. I feel like I've done 3 walks around the world at the same time in different parts through your eyes. So if in the chat box you want to share what popped out at you, what popped out at you, and how might it be an answer to your question? And if anyone would like to unmute and share, you're welcome to as well. Okay. Angelica, would you like to share? Looks like you're back. On mute, probably.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking that I didn't have a specific question in mind, mainly because I usually have just so many questions in my head. But what I found was that since I was walking in the dark, it was interesting how the path forward was lit. Like being in darkness allowed me to see the way forward. And I thought that was really interesting because even if it wasn't so lit by the street, if I was like in a forest, like any semblance of light would kind of just have like a formation of a path to follow. And I thought that was interesting.
Wow, wow. Something you said really stuck with me. Being in darkness is the way forward into light. What does that mean for you?
I think maybe it means that sometimes in like over preparing or just in my mind, I like get paralyzed by analysis and I'm thinking I need all the data and the facts, but it's really just kind of like maybe letting it go and having that stillness. It will just become very clear what's necessary to do.
And if I may ask just one more question, when you let the data drop, what comes up for you? What might...
Usually it's like, I feel like a restrictive feeling, like I'm letting go of control. But I was thinking about this in the walk. There was some leaves that were just like hanging. And in the darkness, they look like they're floating. And I thought they were so beautiful, but I thought it was interesting that they were letting go, but it was a safe space for them to let go. As I was looking at the leaves, like they were still supported. So it made me think it's like, okay, like there's invisible forces or other things that will like keep us safe.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. As a recovering engineer and consultant, that speaks so much. Letting go of the data and seeing what comes up. And I love the analogy of leaves falling, not knowing that there's already ground that's ready and waiting to receive them. Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Anyone else? Nikki, your walk in San Diego, so many people, after a point, I felt like people wanted to tell you what to do and where to walk and show us. What came up for you? What popped out for you?
Hang on 1 second. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was part of the fun, I think. But I'll tell you a few things. It was very interesting that the prompt was to slow down when I was walking through all the people. It's very interesting to see the contrast of me taking my time as far as those things go. But back to the question, an interesting thing happened for me in that the question that I asked, I'm not going to get into it, but I kind of got the answer right away when I was looking over the waves and everything was just coming to me. And the answer was exactly like, just let it come to you. So I was like, that's great. That's within like a minute, not even. And then what do we do now? So then I just carried on with it. And then kind of going back to the slow thing, there was this, well, I said earlier that one of the after effects that I've had from COVID is I lose my breath if I walk and talk. So and going up those stairs, by the way, when Tina was like, do Rocky, I was like, heck yes, I'm gonna do this, because usually stairs are no good. Like I lose my breath. I don't know if you noticed, but every so often I had to stop. But I was like, let me see if I could do this. So I did, and it seemed like it was this continuing exploration of the question, which was like, take your time and do it at your own pace and just breathe, and like all those things are kind of tricky, because I do lose my breath. And I will say, kind of vulnerable share here, one way to calm down is to breathe, but it actually is difficult for me to take deep breaths. So it's this weird, like, something that you would do to relax yourself actually causes me a little bit of stress, because I'm like, I can't breathe. Like, I just can't take deep breaths. So it was a very interesting practice to walk up all those stairs. I wasn't sure how I was going to do. And then even to do the Rocky thing. And I was like, I'm good. I just needed a short bus. So it kind of all tied in really beautifully. Like, it's going to come to me and receive it, right? Receive that and do it at my own pace. So, and I loved having all of you along with me. That was a really cool thing to do. I'm like, I want to do these more. And I arranged the fireworks specially for you.
Wow.
Oh, no, that was a great surprise. It was a lovely surprise.
Wow. There was so much about your share just now. Wow. I was with you when you were sitting by the sea and looking at the waves. It really felt like there was something happening there, even though we weren't physically there with you. Let it come to you, you say.
Yeah, because they were just rolling in continuously, and usually it's really peaceful on the bay unless a really big like ship or a boat goes by. It's usually kind of flat outside of that. So it was interesting that there was no action out there. The waves just kept rolling towards me. So magic of the universe.
Wow. Wow. And do you like the ocean? Is
Oh, I
that something?
love the ocean. Yeah, for
Wow.
sure.
Very nice, very nice. And what all are you letting come to you? Given we have this lovely group that can intend and wish for things to come to you, what all are you letting come to you?
You asking me? You're asking all of us. What do we? Everybody
I'm
gets to
asking
let come to
you.
them.
I'm asking you.
Me, it's actually like a request of my beloved, let's say, life partner, dance partner, all these things that I am wanting and don't quite have yet. So it was a question of like, not so much like what should I do, but like from here, what do I do? So that's what it was, because I've been having this interesting not conversation with myself, but these last few days kind of figuring, like, because I'm a dance coach and a performer as well as a creativity coach and a bunch of other things, and I want my life partner, my man, to be my dance partner. So that's a very tall order in some ways. To be able to like, oh, this is also, it's not just like somebody you run into the street. It doesn't really work that way. So I mean, it could, I'll take that, but that's what I was asking about, how to well, yeah, let it come to me. I like the answer to that.
Yeah. Wow. So a breath of love, a breath of life, a dance partner. Wow, beautiful. And maybe that's a question for everyone on the call. What's one thing you'd like to let come to you? Maybe that's a message from the ocean for all of us. What are you letting come to you? If you want to get on the chat box and share that, as we all intend that whatever we wish, may it come to us, may it find us. And that goes for you too, Nikki.
Thank you.
Now I wonder, since you love the ocean so much, one thought that came up as I was hearing you was, what if love was an ocean that you're swimming in, that you're sitting in front of? What if air was an ocean that you're already swimming in, and waves of breath just coming in whenever you want them to? Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Nikki.
Oh, it's my
Really
pleasure. And thank you for that reflection. It was beautiful.
Anyone else on your walk, your wander, your quest, or what you're letting come to you? Wasim, you're here with us as well. How was your walk? What popped out for you?
Hi. So one thing that popped out to me was like, probably since I slowed down or something, I was able to notice a lot of people, uh, different kind of people who were around, but probably I didn't notice. Probably I would have been going fast in my two-wheeler or whatever it is, right? And probably this slowing down helped me notice them, and then like in a way appreciate them as well, right? Like, say for example, uh, most part, like, I'm working as a product designer in a work from home situation, so it's like I'm kind of tied to this route. So uh, so where, so I didn't know that there is so much to observe outside. uh, and then I also kind of resonated with what Nikki said, right? So even when I was walking, though, as you were giving the prompts, so there is this like intentionally slowing down thing, right? But inside there was this urge to get back to work, to those thoughts keep bringing in. So probably you know more practice prof such things would balance things out, is what I was thinking. And essentially when you said what's the question or quest to search out, right? And uh, I didn't actually get anything in mind. Like, I was like, okay, uh, let's see where. So actually there are too many, so I couldn't narrow down on one. So uh, that's the part, right? So yeah, like a lot of things, like as I so there I so when you mentioned like what's the one thing that you drawn to and one thing that you didn't like, so I was able to find two opposites right next to each other, like uh, uh, a set of used helmets thrown at the side of the road, which are tarnished, as well as small little flowers which I didn't even expect at that place to be around that area. So yeah, a lot of interesting things. Yeah, just a few that I just.
Wow, wow. Thank you, Wasim. Sounds like being open to the beauty of little flowers, to the beauty of people whom you would otherwise have walked past in a daily routine, busy daily routine. But being open to people and welcoming people and beauty into your life. That's what I'm hearing from your walk.
Right. And probably the last few minutes, like you mentioned, right? Like you mentioned, like you might even find your answers in this last few minutes, kind of. And it was time for me, so I was just getting back to home, and I saw a lot of parents taking their small kids, like junior, like junior KG, senior KG, kindergarten kids to the home. I felt somewhere like, there is so much purpose there, like, or like, the kind of affection or during that particular time, right? It was like lovely, yeah, to see. I'm not sure like how would I would extend or whatever it is, right? But I found there is a lot of meaning there. Yeah.
And is that something you're attracting into your life? Purpose and affection and connection?
Yeah, like I am like I have been working in software industry for quite some time, and I am like then probably whatever I do next, And recently I happened to visit like Global Village in Dubai, where I was able to see, like people from varied demographics, but having a really, really good time. So I was thinking like, probably, what would help people live through that joy or happiness, right? So I'm looking more, as you mentioned, exactly what can I do purposeful. So that's what I am looking for.
Okay. So be it, Wasim, so be it. I hope that, and we all hope, I saw many hugs and cat hugs coming your way. We wish you lots of purpose, lots of meaning and joy in your life. And we hope that you and us, we continue seeing the flowers besides the used helmets in life. That's such a nice imagery. So beautiful that you saw that. Thank you, Wasim.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone for this.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we're approaching the end of another beautiful wisdom walk. Thank you all so much.
Sriram, can I just say how beautifully you hold space? This is like your energy is really next level. This was such a treat because I'm actually not even a night owl. Like I am. I mean, I created an organization called Creative Mornings. There's a reason for that. And normally I'm long in bed, but I could go on for hours with you just talking to us like this and guiding us. You're really got a gift there. I hope
Thank
you know
you.
that.
Thank you so much, Tina. I've been wondering how you've been staying awake through the night. It's and everyone here, Philip and Anne, Angelica, so many in the team. Thank you. It means a lot what you've just said. And
We want to know what time it is and where Philip is. Philip, what time is it?
yeah,
It's now coming up to 5:30.
Oh my God, you're still up. You're crazy. I love you're in the delirious state now. You might as well just keep going. That's amazing. Well, does anyone else want to share one more thing? Is there anyone else who has something burning? No? Kyle is back too.
Hello.
wow.
With improved lighting.
It's not the tissue in the lamp. That softened it a bit. So if things are on fire here soon, you'll know why.
By the way, Wasim, I just want to say I really, really loved following you along. I'm going to repeat myself, but the internet is just incredible. Like I'm sitting in Brooklyn and I just followed you along through your, walk. I actually don't know where you are. Somewhere in India. Where are you?
I'm from Chennai.
Okay, so it's
Chennai,
incredible. Thank you so much. I want to book flights now. So I want to thank Sriram again. You're wonderful. I want to come to another quest with you for sure. And yeah, so thank you all for making time. Nikki, you're a champ for staying on because Nikki was in the past session. That was amazing. And we would love to hear from you if anything comes up, even tomorrow. If there's something else you want to share that came up, go to theworldwidewonder.com. There's a button on the top that says share your story. Feedback is a real gift for us. And we love when we hear that these moments percolate and keep growing. So please don't hold back and share with us. And there's a few more hours to go. If you want to tell your friends, tell them to go to theworldwidewonder.com. There's a few more sessions you can sign up for. To be exact, there's 6 more. So don't hold back and tell your friends. And what else do we need to tell you? Well, if you want to go again, Nikki, if you have one more session in you, or any one of you, you can theoretically stay on.
Can I just add one quick thing? I've taken this walk many times, and I must say it was really wonderful taking you all with me. It was something really special to just know that you were like on the journey, and it was such a usual track for me. But I mean, I didn't know the concept. It was actually a comedy show. Also, hilarious side note, it was bad comedy with some really terrible topics. And I was like, thank goodness I'm on mute, because I wouldn't want you to hear any of that. But it was just so wonderful to be able to take you with me, and just knowing you were like all along with me. It was really special. So I wanted to just say thank you for that.
Oh, you're so welcome. I hope you're gonna look up Street Wisdom and do many more with them. All right, so thank you all for being here. I want to thank my team. You are all so amazing, the Street Wisdom team. And now I guess I'm handing the baton to you, Kyle.